Special report now from the ABC 15 investigators. And how awful would this be? You're out in Scottsdale for dinner or drinks and some random person does this.
Then you come back to your car to find the window smashed and you have no idea why. Now imagine you flag down a police officer for help and you end up getting handcuffed and arrested for a hit and run you didn't commit.
That's exactly what happened to an Innocent Valley woman. She was stripped naked, had blood forcibly drawn, and her mugshot splashed all over the internet. Tonight, she shares her story with ABC 15 investigator Dave Biscabing.
It raises serious concerns about officers who refuse to listen and take a few extra minutes to learn the truth.
For the moment where it was like, oh my God, I've lost control. It's over.
Yes, exactly when he told me to put my hands behind my back, and I did, and that's when everything went black.
And that's because for the past 45 minutes, nothing Yessie Garcia said or did mattered. She was repeatedly called a liar and falsely accused by Scottsdale police. We'll get back to her arrest in a moment. But first, let's start at the beginning. May 24th, 2020, Yessie and her then boyfriend park in this spot around 8:45 p.m. Then around 10:02, this guy decides to jump on the hood and stomp on the windshield before running off. Yessie gets back to her car about an hour later.
The windshield was just shattered, and I was just kind of shocked.
No idea what happened.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I was kind of shocked, and at that time there was some police officers on their bicycles, not too far from there, and we got them.
Is this your car, you said?
Now here's what the couple didn't know. A half hour earlier, police were called to a hit-and-run pedestrian crash. And here's a map. This is where Yessie's car was parked. This was the hit-and-run. They're 0.3 miles apart. So when police saw the smashed windshield, case closed. And as you're about to see, nothing was going to change their mind.
I know that you're talking about.
This is the first thing a supervisor, Sergeant Brian Steele, tells Yessie.
Your car was just involved in a hit-and-run collision where a pedestrian was hit. And don't make faces like you don't know what I'm talking. But listen to me.
Oh my God.
Listen to me. Leaving the scene of an injury accident is a felony. This isn't my first day. I know that you were driving and you were worried about it because you're drinking. If you continue,
I came to get my cigarettes. You can ask the Hi-Fi security guard.
Then how did your car have damage on your windshield?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Listen
to me. Because of the nature of the incident and the injuries, if you continue to say we don't know that you're driving and you don't know what happened to your car, we're going to do DNA tests and all sorts of other things to the car, and it's going to show that you were in the driver's seat. But the problem is,
Her friend got the same treatment.
I'm not going to listen to you because you're lying to me. The problem is as you guys left, were involved in a collision, you panicked, you pulled over here.
No, we did not. No, we did not. Okay. You cannot pin that. You're not pinning that on us because that is not the truth.
You're not listening to me.
I'm listening to you. You're saying that this vehicle was involved.
Listen, stop talking for a second. You're not listening to me.
Officers refused to believe they had just come from a nightclub and had been there for hours.
Let me show you the transactions. Let me show you the transactions.
I don't need to see the transactions.
Why? Why? Because it validates my truth?
No, there's evidence that you can't dispute.
That's not evidence about anything.
There's a person that hit the windshield.
Nobody hit the windshield. Okay. This car...
All right, I'm not going to argue with you, man.
Won't argue, but police would lie to him repeatedly.
I already know she was driving. I'm not stupid. We have witnesses and we have cameras. I'm trying to help protect you guys now because now you're lying to us. She has glass on her clothing like an explosion, like small shards of glass.
Did you have glass on your shirt?
No, not at all.
Body camera video shows officers shining flashlights on Yessie, claiming they see glass on her top.
If you look from an angle, there's little specks of it on her shirt.
Yeah. Where?
And like we said earlier, leading to her arrest, there was nothing Yessie could say or do to change their mind.
I said I didn't do this. That's all I could say, and yeah, I just wanted them to believe me.
She was taken to the station, and because they claimed glass was on her clothes, Yessie says she had to strip naked.
Pretty embarrassing and just humiliating.
Was that before or after they took your blood?
That was the first thing. And then they walked me out, they sat me down in this chair.
She asked to see the warrant first, but Officer Ben Roberson refused.
Okay, can I see that?
When we're done, I don't have time to waste you reading documents. I've served you, that's all I need to do. And if you don't put your arm out, you're going to be strapped down. We don't want that. Put your arm out so we don't have to tie you down like an animal.
He also misses her vein and then blames her.
See, you made me miss by moving.
Here's what else police missed or ignored. This video, obvious, indisputable proof that Yessie is innocent. Officers had this surveillance video before she was handcuffed or brought to the station. An officer went to a nearby building, spoke to a security guard, had him pull up the footage.
The call came out at 10:48. So if we go back to like 10:40.
In the police report, Officer Nicholas Fay wrote, video review was inconclusive to show if the vehicle had left and come back or remained there the entire time based on the constant pan of the camera. But that's not true. The camera pans back and forth about every 30 seconds, and the car always there. Police arrested Yessie for 2 counts of DUI and failure to stop at the scene of an accident causing injury or death.
I couldn't believe it. I had cooperated. I had done everything that they asked me to. I guess the fact that they just wouldn't check the cameras.
Several days after her arrest, Yessie hired a defense attorney who tracked down his own copy of the video and sent police a timestamped version. That's when Scottsdale dropped the charges. But the damage was done because the morning after her arrest, her mugshot already on the news and all over the internet, even the New York Daily News. Yessie filed a lawsuit in late May, but she's dropping the suit. Attorneys tell her because of qualified immunity, it will be too difficult to hold the officers accountable.
Why are we sitting down here? Why is this a story you're willing to tell?
To clear my name. Clear my name, and even for, don't believe everything. I know everyone says that, but really you have no idea what that person in that mugshot really just went through.
If you didn't park in a spot with a surveillance video, I don't think that you're sitting here in front of me.
No.
I think there's a good chance you're in prison right now.
Right.
That's why, despite everything that happened, Yessie still considers herself lucky.
My heart goes out to all those people that aren't able to be as lucky as I am. That's a hard thought.
I'm investigator Dave Biscobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
When we reached out to Scottsdale for comment, a spokesperson told us the case was dropped only because the hit-and-run victim declined to prosecute, not because Garcia was actually innocent. To the department's credit, when we later sent video of the windshield stop, the spokesperson followed up with the following statement. Thank you for bringing that portion of the video to our attention. This video does bring up questions that need to be answered. This incident occurred 14 months ago. However, our new chief, Jeff Walter, takes these matters very seriously and has asked for a formal internal affairs investigation to fully review the incident.